Hello everyone, welcome back to the farm. Today I'm doing a bit of pre-mowing. Grass has just gone out of control since some thunderstorms. The fertilizer was out and the heat was there, and all I wanted was a bit of moisture, and the grass has just exploded, it's taken off. So I'm doing a bit of pre-mowing ahead of the cows. Look, I know it's not the ideal way and it has hit the tank, but if I don't get on top of it now, the next rotation is going to be very hairy. So during the thunder showers last week, there was thunder and lightning obviously, and unfortunately I lost Wi-Fi down my farmyard. Now you might be saying that's not a big deal, but I have a herd health monitoring system set up here. It's a sensor, and during the breeding season this is vital for heat detection, and you don't realise how useful and how dependent you are on that system until you lose it. Now, I eventually got it rebooted, but I was just thinking then I'll make a video on the workings of the collars, how they help me, how they pick out cows that have an issue, whether it will be with lameness or health, and obviously for heat detection. Obviously we do our own AI here on the farm. Well, I do the AI on the farm, and look, it just seems to be an excellent addition. I called them, I think, about 3 years ago, and I would probably say one of my best purchases I've made in the last few years. And I would advise any fella who was thinking about buying some, do your research. There's plenty of them out there, but they're well worth the money. Look, if you're tail painting cows, you're probably tail painting maybe 2-3 times a week, and then you're trying to look out for that cow in the parlour, you're checking maybe 2 or 3 times a day. You're going to miss the 1s or 2s, and you're going to miss the silent heats, like. But the collars, it just saves that labour, and it's no brainer for me now that I'd be lost without them. So I'll show you a few cows that I had to treat this week, a few cows that I had to AI, and yeah, we'll get back to it. I'll try and finish off this topping, and yeah, I'm sorry about my poor grazing management. It's just I haven't really had the time to keep on top of it before this, between fertilising and spreading slurry. They're a no-brainer for me, and really they have become a vital cog in the running of this farm. Now, they do cost a bit. I purchased my collars 3 years ago, so just before the grant came in, and I still think it was worth the money before the grant came in. The grant's there now. I have told all the lads they're worth their weight in gold, and they really are. And I know you're looking at, oh Jesus, it's a lot of money to have sitting on cows and stuff like that, but at the same time your cows make your money, and the sooner you can get them in calf, and the sooner you can have them at 100% say productivity health wise, like, sure, you're going to make your money back. You could buy a big shiny tractor, but at the end of the day, the tractor's not going to make you any money unless you're a contractor or you're going out and hire with it. So you kind of have to put your priorities right. Cows make the money, tractors don't. Well, in this yard anyway. You can think of the collars of literally having an extra set of eyes on your cows during the day. So like I said, so myself and the father here on the farm, and when things get busy, especially there with your silage season, you're at slurry, you're maybe cutting your tedding, you're kind of, I suppose, taking your eye off the ball a bit when it comes to the breeding. But the beauty with the collars is you don't have to be there 24/7. You can give a quick scan of the phone, check the cows that are going, check the cows that have a health issue, and it's all there in front of you. And you're not spending them look, it might be only a few minutes checking your cows in morning, evening, and in the middle of the day, but there's no stress that you're going to miss one or you're going to miss the silent heat. So I'll show you a few examples and we'll go from there.
So you can see here we have cow number 1704. You can see the purple graph here is the daily rumination and the blue is the daily eating. And you can see her rumination has completely dropped, and so has her eating. So I was putting this down to the high urea concentration now in the grass after that burst of growth. So I'm assuming her stomach was slightly burnt out. So I'm first going in here with coffee. So I'm giving her a litre of coffee just to kind of flush out her stomach. And then I'm going to give her a natural stock care dosage. So this is just minerals and vitamins just to supplement her. And then I'll give her a bolus. But you can see here a few days later, after doing this treatment, her rumination straight away shot up, her daily eating shot up, and her activity shot up. So it has got the better of her, it has cured her. And yeah, we'll keep an eye on her. We'll make sure that she's fully on the mend. Now, she is one of the older cows in the herd. Her back legs aren't the best, but she's still performing fairly well in the parlour. So we'll just keep an eye on her for the time being. And the bolus that I'm using is from AHV, and it's the blue bolus, so it's a booster bolus. I use quite a few of them there on cows that I think might just need that boost at springtime and before breeding. So yeah, that's just in case you wanted to know that. Now, in no way am I saying this is the right way to treat to correct the cow. This is just my example of what I do when I see a cow that has a slight rumination issue. If you do have a problem cow, the main thing would be to ring your vet. This is what it works for me, it might not work for you, so just a heads up. So here we have cow 1828, and as you can see, like 1704, rumination and daily eating has dropped quite significantly. Once again, I'm putting it down to the growth burst there is pure lush grass, there's urea in it. So once again, I'm going with the same treatment that worked for 1704. So a litre of coffee back to throat, just to flush out the system. Now, it's nothing scientific about it, it's probably not vet approved, but it seems to work here in my yard, so it might be worth a try in your own farm. So a litre of coffee, and then once again going in with the natural stock care mineral and vitamin drench, and then I go in with the AHV bolus, the booster bolus. And yeah, it worked last time, and as you can see, it worked again on this lady, so it is working. Now, on top of that, I did introduce a bit of fibre through silage just to get the stomach right in the cows, because I just thought the grass was a bit lush. Now, it did affect the protein, but look, I prefer a healthy cow than a cow that is going to have problems down the line. So yeah. So the flask is at the right temperature. So I was AIing this lady, and she's probably one of the higher yielder cows. So you can kind of tell that she looks small, but like a Holstein cow. And we're predominantly British Frisian, but her cervix was completely knotted. It was like a pretzel. So I was trying to stretch it out, trying to see if I could make it more manageable for the AI gun to go through. But eventually I got it. But it was probably not the most difficult, but one of the more difficult ones that I've had today to do. But I eventually got her done. So hopefully she keeps, and yeah, we'll go from there. But yeah, not every AI is going to be successful, and not every AI is going to be as simple as going straight in and getting it first go. So yeah. Has anyone had issues like this? See that lady there, the Polly as well? Both his calves were born basically without tails. This lady has absolutely no tail, but that Polly just has a butt, maybe 2 or 3 inches long. I don't know, is it a genetic or is it a nutrient problem? So I don't know, I haven't seen it before here in this herd. If it happened to your herd, sure, look, let me know. And if you found out the reasons why, but at this moment in time I don't know why. Yeah, you can just see that, like there's literally nothing there. So it's a few days later, and we just have a few issues with the Parlor where ACR sensor floats are sticking. It's a quick fix, just unscrew your cap here. Take off the cap. Pull that down there now. Take off the 4 screws. What problem here is. No, float isn't going up. Wedge it up. See that bit of grip there? That's the problem. A little bit of grit got caught here in your drain hole here. Float gets caught in that. Sorry, and yeah, that prevents it from lifting, and the milk is flowing through it, and that in turn prevents your sensor from going off, which in turn makes the machine think that there's no milk flowing through your machine, and that lifts it off. And once again, if you do like the video, please like and subscribe, comment. What do you do when you have cows that are probably not at 100%? Do you do your own AI, or do you get a technician in? What tools are you using? How long are you AIing for? Are you going to do what I'm going to do, about 8 to 10 weeks roughly of AI, and then leave off a polybull with the cows? So let me know in the comments, and yeah, I'll try and get back to you if you do comment, and I'll try and be way more consistent with my videos in the future. So thanks again for watching, I really appreciate it, and we'll see you later.